Hello, my name is Renee Notkin. I am one of the pastors of Union Church here at 415 Westlake, and I also am one of the members of our meal team that for 14 years has been a part of providing meals for ICS. It has been our privilege to provide hot, healthy, nutritious meals on Mondays for the Hygiene Center. We also have a lovely group of people who make what's called Supper Club once a month for the recovery program. We do make sack lunches that are handed out for people who come to the Hygiene Center so they can have a meal to take with them. And sometimes we do special meals because there are times when the Hygiene Center and the food bank need to take a holiday because the staff works constantly. Being part of these meal teams has been life-changing for us because we get the opportunity with a meal to have conversations and to get to know the residents and guests, people that we have become friends with over the years. And we've become aware of the reality of food insecurity, housing insecurity, the challenges of living in the complex city of Seattle. We also have been able to celebrate the incredible good work ICS does in honoring the dignity and the uniqueness of every person who comes to ICS to receive care, to receive housing, to receive a place where they discover they matter, they are known by name, and their story is valued. Sometimes when we provide one meal, you think, does this make any difference? But when you recognize that you're part of a bigger story, and a bigger story that is ensuring that people are getting lunch every day, you realize that our individual acts get to be part of a larger communal act, and that is the thing I love about ICS. 40,000 meals are provided each year. Think about that. 40,000 meals represent 40,000 touch points in a person's life to discover that as they're given a cup of soup, some lasagna, deliciously homemade chicken, that they matter, that their story matters, that their name matters. We can't do this alone. But when we step up as an individual to be part of this, we discover that as a community, we are all part of this community of hope.
Hi, I'm Joe Hastings, and I was the Interim Food Services Coordinator in the summer of 2022. The South Lake Union Food Bank at ICS includes both creating the food bank on Monday, the environment where people come and shop for the food that they need in the basement of the church. It includes home delivery in the community and at the tiny house villages, and it includes grocery rescue, going to pick up the food that grocery stores around Seattle donate to us, and sorting that and preparing that for distribution. Setting up the food bank every Monday over in the church basement is a tremendous amount of work, but we go through that work because we want to create an environment where people who are coming for food have the freedom to choose what they need and what they want. We have people from a handful of different ethnic backgrounds, people of different ages, people who come from different living situations, cooking, not cooking, etc. So creating an environment where they are respected, they're safe, and they can choose the food they want is a way to communicate a respect for them and to uphold their dignity, whether they are at this time in their life in need of food or not. I discovered in my months at the food bank, it's not comfortable for a lot of people to admit to themselves and others that they're in a time in their life when they need help, especially something as basic as food. We can help mitigate some of that discomfort by just welcoming and receiving them as customers and making sure they get treated with respect, acknowledging that not everyone who visits the food bank is having their best day, not everyone that visits or works at the food bank is having their best day, but we can do what we can to make it a really dignified and safe experience. I really enjoyed learning something new. I enjoyed the mix of both managing food and making high quality, healthy food available to people. I enjoyed collaborating with the volunteers, the whole variety community of volunteers, and a lot of laughter and a lot of fun with them. And enjoyed collaborating with the staff who are making the other pieces of Emmanuel Community Services happen. Collaborating with people to create a food secure community that we want to live in is one of the great parts of being the food services coordinator.
Hi, I'm Kylie Hodel, and I'm program coordinator at Emmanuel Community Services. Our hygiene center is open from Monday to Friday, 8 to 2, and we offer showers to people as well as laundry services. And there's usually a hot lunch at about noon every day too. Predominantly, most of our guests are people who are unhoused, people who live literally outside in tents, on stoops of businesses, and they come in to have kind of a reprieve from the outdoors. Part of my job is connecting with the guests every day in the hygiene center and checking in on them, having conversation with them, and seeing if there are resources that I can provide to them to get, clothing or other types of food help, or IDs, housing referrals, things like that. We also provide kind of emergency supportive assistance when the weather changes. If it's cold out, we make sure that people leave with hand warmers and toe warmers, which make a very big difference for people trying to sleep outside when it's 30 degrees out. As well as when it's hot outside, we make sure that people leave with Gatorade and or water or some sort of electrolyte drink to make sure that they stay hydrated and they don't become exhausted from the heat. In the last year, we've helped house about 11 or 12 folks from the hygiene center into their own apartments. And then I think in total, including our recovery shelter residents who have moved into their own housing, it's about 26 people. I think that we really strive to get to know the person that walks through that door. It's not just a sign-up sheet. It's not, wait your turn and then leave. It's come inside, sit down. How are you doing? What's your name? My name is Kylie. How can I help you? So kind of trying to welcome people in and make sure that they feel like they belong here, because if they're here, if they walk through that door, then they do belong here with us. And we make sure that they feel that and they understand that we see them as a human, just trying to warm up in the shower or get a cup of coffee or make a connection at some point with another human being. Something I found very interesting about the hygiene center is that it really is kind of a community, but it's kind of like a community where people really try to thrive and help others succeed in ways that I think aren't as prevalent in other communities and in other areas. It's a place people try to build one another up.
Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm an alumni of the ICS Clean and Sober Shelter for Men. I lived there for about 8 months. The ICS Recovery Shelter is a safe living environment for men that are attending treatment, trying to change their lives. Excellent staff, very supportive staff. They have a wonderful food bank, so you never go hungry. They have showers, place to do your laundry, and during the weekends, it's just a safe environment for people to spend their time. And it's just a wonderful living environment. So I'm originally from Port Angeles, Washington. I started using when I was 20 years old. Everybody I knew and loved are addicts, currently still addicts. I had no chance on getting clean and staying clean there. And I knew that if I didn't want to die, that I'd have to change everything. And I finally did something that was just so out of character, so completely different from the type of person that I am, that when after this situation had happened, after this thing had happened, I looked at myself and I couldn't believe the person I was becoming. And I can only imagine the type of person that I would be today if I wouldn't have gotten clean. I was a danger to society, and I was a danger to the people I loved and myself. Yeah, I don't know where I would be right now if I wasn't clean. I had no intention on getting clean when I got clean. But ultimately, I'm very grateful that I made the decision to come here, because my life is so incredible. I never believed this could be possible. I have 11 months clean now. I've never been clean this long. I've always tended to relapse just before my 6 months. Right now, I have my very first and my very own apartment in Belltown, which I never believed, would be possible. And so everything is good now, and I'm this close to graduating from my intensive inpatient or outpatient treatment, a year-long program, and I couldn't have done it without ICS. They play a vital role in the foundation of my recovery, and many, many others. And I don't know where I'd be without them.